All right, so I wanted to talk about time, okay? We are all on Earth and there's a limited amount of time that we all have here. Okay, that's just a given. There's just two things in life. There's a certainty that one day we are born and one day we're all gonna depart from this world because of death. And there's this interesting book out there, it's called The 5 Types of Wealth, and it's written by Sally Boom, okay? And the first of the diagrams that this guy shows and talks about is time spent with family. Okay, so in the beginning, when you're young and you're developing around like the age of 15, you spend the most hours in the day with family, about 4.5 hours with family. And then as you get older, that time, especially about the year of 27 to 30, it declines rapidly and kind of just tapers off until you die, okay? Time spent with family is crucial, I think, for adolescence and the teenage years, but as a man is growing, and I remember as soon as high school came around, I noticed that I was going into college and separating away from my parents. That was a time period that I recall that I was transitioning out of life and going about without my family to provide a future for myself by learning a trade and being more independent. The next time that's crucial in life is time spent with your partner. So in the beginning phase of life, you're born, and as you become an adolescent and go through high school, maybe even finding a high school love and then getting married, you spend more time with your partner, okay? That sharply increases about the age of 18 and into your early 20s, and then it tapers off from about the mid-20s to about the 60s, and then you spend even more time with your partner after 60s because of retirement. So finding the right partner for yourself is very important, because especially if you're in the long-term relationship with them, you're spending a good chunk of your time with them. So you have to go out there into the dating scene and meet the person, see if you're the right match for them. Dating is very funny, like you meet this person and that person. For myself, I found out that the wife I wanted to marry was the person of my choice because I've met a lot of other people along the way that I found out was not the right fit for me. So that's just the way that life goes with living with a partner and your time involved with them. So then you're in your early 20s, okay, and maybe you're deciding after you meet with your partner to have children. A lot of your day is going to be spent with them, like about 5 hours a day up until your mid-50s, like somewhere there of a peak about your 30s, you'll be spending the most time with them, and then maybe just like an hour or two with them as you get older and older. But you'll spend a lot of time with your children, teaching them things that you've learned as you grew up and wanted to pass on knowledge to them in the future. Then you get into spending time with coworkers. From the age that you're about 18 all the way to 55, maybe even longer depending on how long you decide to stay in the workforce, you are spending time with coworkers. Now, given you're spending at least 2 or 3 hours with them, a lot of the time, these are even coworkers that you've never met before. They're complete strangers, but it's pretty consistent that throughout your life, you're spending 2, 3, 4, even more hours with your coworkers every single day. Then as you get older and older, you start spending more time alone. Okay, During your adolescent years, not so much. Okay, from like 15 to 33, you're not spending too much time alone. Maybe 4 hours or so. But as you get older and older into your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, 70s, you're spending a lot more time alone. And I think that this is why a lot of people, when they're younger, are pressured from their parents and told, hey, have a kid, have kids. They'll make you less bored because of this loneliness. So these are the graphs that are in the book, and I just find it interesting on how we're using our time. To review them once again, first there was the family that we spend time with, whether it be parents, siblings, just family in general. Second, there was time spent with friends. You're going out having leisure, pleasure, going out having fun. Third, you have time with your partner. You're spending time together, bonding, doing things, and just spending time one-on-one. Then you have time spent with your children, whether you're just bonding, reading a book to them, taking them on trips, vacations, whatnot. Okay, then you have time spent with your coworkers, and that's just a steady kind of a progress with them. You're doing things day in, day out, your 8 to 5 job, or your shift that you're doing with your coworkers throughout the day. And lastly, your time spent alone. Time spent reflecting in front of a camera like I am for YouTube to make content like this. If you found this video informational, educational, kind of entertaining, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that notification button, and subscribe. I have all kinds of content that I like to push out, just whatever comes to my mind. Thanks for watching, and then I'll see you on the next one. Peace.